What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Stacks, and we at it again. Week number 5 is here. 4 weeks down. So far, it's been a fun season. A lot of crazy plays, a lot of crazy games up to this point. But we gotta keep the games rolling as always. You already know how we do. Make sure you like and subscribe. Do what you need to do to get on the field. Show some love to all of our various affiliates. We're keeping the double headers moving here. So there will be another game on YouTube. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But we got a game to play, and we got to start this week off right. A Western Conference matchup between the Tacoma Eruption and the Dallas Dragons. And Tacoma, they're trying to keep pace here within the span of the Western Conference. They're currently on the outside looking in, looking for a playoff spot, but they're playing up against a team that is currently 2-2 in the Dragons. They won their last game, I'd say, fairly easily, so they're trying to put up more points, put up more numbers. And it's going to be a fun ride here in this one. I have a feeling this is going to be a real good one, so make sure you show some love. Bring your people up in here. Let's get it lit today. We are here once again. We'll hit the play game button. Let's go ahead and send this one away, as it is going to be sent to Dallas in this one. We are in Texas for this ball game, as we see the big homie Jerry Riggs take that one to the 30. And we're underway. Let's go ahead and get this thing cooking. DJ Church, he's trying to get into upper echelon of quarterbacks here. The protection's solid. Going to throw on the run. And it looks like Jerry Riggs could not hang on. No, that is Sir Lancelot, actually. My apologies. Great coverage there from the Tacoma Eruption. And that's going to set up 2nd and 10. Started recording a little later than I wanted to. Had some issues getting the game open, but we got it rolling. We're going to figure out a way. Is this one is going to be a pass short? The first completion of the day here for Church goes for nothing. It's going to be 3rd and 10 coming up here for Dallas. Made some notifications within the server, made some adjustments to the stats and the stat sheet there on the website, so make sure you look at the server for all the details. As we're going to look middle of the field and wide open for home, and it's going to be inside the 50, inside Tacoma territory. Then it's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. Let's go ahead and get into it. Great pass there to get this offense moving. Gonna pass this one again, looking for a man. Protection's breaking down. He's gonna run into some pressure, and he throws it away barely, as that's gonna be 2nd and 10 coming up here. Going to be 4th and 20 here on this play. The Tacoma defense pulled up with a sack, and that's going to make this particular drive stop. Sending this one away. First punt of the day. Going to be a touchback. So it's going to be up to Sean Bridges. See if he could get his movement right here in this Tacoma offense. He's trying to get back into that top echelon as well when it comes to quarterback. So going to be an interesting setup here. 1st and 10 here. Gonna be a handoff. There goes Davin Brewer, who's looking to pick up his game as well. 2nd and 6 coming up. Gonna be another handoff here, and the defense of Dallas stands tall. Rocky Ivan there, I believe the first one to meet him. 3rd and 4 coming up. Dallas with a chance to get off of the field, but still manageable here in regards to the offense. They can run it here, they can pass it here. A lot of different options available for them. Sean Bridges looking for something pretty. Carson Cuthbert on the other side. He says he wants a pick, but he's not going to find it here. That's going to be Isaiah Fowler going up against his former team for the first time, and that's going to make it a gain of 18. Here comes Tacoma, and both teams have themselves a first down so far in this ball game. Looked like he was trying to stand himself back up, but couldn't quite get his feet under him, so that's going to stop the play. Look for the handoff, and the defense of Dallas is not playing games with the run game, even though that will be a gain of 2. Second and 8 coming up here. Shotgun set. Gonna hand this one off again, trying to find a crease, and finds it, and he's gonna break free past the 30. One more man to beat, but not gonna stop the carry. Actually, a great job there getting to the 20. The first big play of week number 5, and it's gonna be Davin Brewer picking up a lot of yardage. First and 10, gonna be pitching this one, giving Fowler some work, and got blocks outside and spinning around, and he's gonna pick up maybe 9.5. 2nd and 1 coming up here. Shotgun set again. It's going to be a handoff, pushing forward, and looks like it's going to be Lamar Davis for his first touch. He's going to pick up 5 and another first down. Here comes Tacoma, 1st and goal here. Going to be a handoff again. Blocking is decent. Getting closer to the mark, but not to be. A gain of 2. It's going to be 2nd and goal coming up. Second and goal here. Going to hand this one off, pushing forward, and he's going to be down to the 2. So it's going to set up 3rd and goal. Dallas needs one more stop, and they could hold them to a field goal, maybe even an interception or a fumble. You never know, could give them that football back. But Tacoma might try to run this one up the middle. They do have the jumbo set. Got the cornerbacks on the outside trying to do their thing, looking for a man. Gonna take this one off, and that's going to be incomplete. Trying to fit that one to Jax Jackson Jr. Could have been his first touchdown of his career in the USFA, but great defense overall. It's going to be 4th and goal. Will Dallas essentially have to stay on the field? No, they will not. It's going to be a setup. 4th and goal. Field goal is up and good. They're from Firestarter Prodigy, and the Dallas defense holds true, keeping them out of the end zone. And that's going to make it 3-0. back into it as Dallas will get their second crack on offense. Is going to be returned here, taking this past the 30 or past the 25 down to the 29-yard line, and that's going to make it 1st and 10. Had themselves a first down. Now they just got to put it all together. Let's see if they could get Dominic McKenzie involved more. Faking a handoff to McKenzie. Middle of the field, well, to the left side, I should say, and that's going to be no good. Going to make it 2nd and 10. First points of the week via field goal. Looking for a man again. Is Church backing up a little bit. Goes middle of the field, and that's going to be a catch. There goes Rocket Butterfingers. Big buckets for the former Archer. It's 1st and 10. Coming here for Dallas. They're at the 32. A nice jump there to get up there and secure the ball. And he's going to make the play here. This Dallas is in their best starting field position. Almost got a man off sides. They're going to fake it. They're going to throw it right side and caught. And he's going to pick up about 8. They're going to call it 9 there. Reginald Frome with another big catch so far in this ball game. Now moving closer to the red zone here. Pistol formation here for DJ Church. Going to pass it again. Looking, goes back to Frome, and he's going to pick up a first down. Down to the 10. Red zone Dragons. The former Rattler making some plays here for Dallas. It's going to be first down. The linebacker really couldn't compete on that. Actually, didn't look like it was a linebacker. That was actually one of the cornerbacks doing their thing, but got to have better coverage than that for sure, as we have the final 2 minutes here in the first. Middle field and a bucket. And there goes Reginald Frome. Stunting on the home is first touchdown of the week. It goes to Reginald Frome and the Dallas Dragons. They're going to take the lead. They're going to review it, but I'm pretty sure he got both feet in bounds. I'm not too worried about it. Those reviews on those touchdowns, they normally be upheld. You know what I'm saying? So great job once again from Dallas. A great drive. And they're going to take this lead here. We'll see the extra point in just a little bit. Isaiah Fowler getting a look on the offense for some weird unexplained reason. Only 1 carry up to this point. The passing attack has been up and down, but when it's been up, as you can see, it's been rocking, and we have ourselves a 7-3 ball game. Dallas trying to do something crazy. It's kickoff time. Sending this one away. And we shall have ourselves a kneel down there by Lamar Davis. Tacoma back onto the field. They've shown the ability to move the ball down the field. So now they just got to punch it in. Take 2 here for the Tacoma offense. As it looks like they're going with the wild eruption here. They're going to go and see if they can make a move, but Rocky Ivan there to make sure that it's not too crazy. It's going to be 2nd and 8 coming up. A lot of chatter there about the Wildcat. Me personally, I love the Wildcat, and I think that there's a place and for the Wildcat in every offense, but there are some traditionalists here. They don't like it, so I can see why they might want to chill out on it a little bit, as that is going to be a completed catch. 3rd and 2 coming up. Okay, so we're back on. They got the first down, and they're looking to do something crazy here. No, they didn't get the first down. That was a little short, as that is a big hit there from number 24, Wheezy Porter. And it's going to be 3rd down on that play. Sean Bridges trying to scramble a little bit. Got to make sure you hang on to the football. He did it right there, as they're inching closer to midfield. Solid first quarter, I should say. I mean, both offenses seem to move the ball down the field a little bit. The defenses know what to do with it. Almost got a man off sides, not to be. Looking middle of the field and incomplete, as Sean Bridges could not connect the dots there. Tacoma could, in theory, go for it if they're feeling a little freaky. Give it to Davin Brewer. But outside of that, it's looking like a Dallas stop potentially. And it looks like they do have the punting team here. I love that guy. Oh, sending this one away. And it looks like this is going to be sent into the end zone for a touchback. And Dallas can potentially expand on this lead here. We've seen a lot of work there from Rob JG2, the team owner for the Dallas Dragons, and of course Dominic McKenzie, TJ Blackman. I was speaking with them the other day, and they're hype about the possibilities. They're getting better. They've added pieces to the defense. They've heeded my warnings that I mentioned earlier. They're going to hand this one off, and Dominic McKenzie is going to get close to the 25, and that's exactly where they'll mark him. It's going to be 2nd and 5 coming, but that's how you got to take advantage of these particular weeks of the season, because after week 7 you cannot get any more players. You can't make any adjustments to your roster in regards to releasing or adding through free agency. You got to be able to bring people on that's going to help your team. As we see a handoff there to McKenzie, the blocking kind of breaking down there. 3rd and 4 coming. In Dallas, they brought in 3 new players within the last 2 weeks. They brought in Carson Cutbirth, and if you remember from last week, he made himself an impact for sure with 2 INTs. And they also have Autumn McKenzie, wife of Dominic McKenzie, hitting the spin move, and he's definitely got a first down play right there. She'll be on the D line, and then they also have Baron Went, which I'm pretty sure that's the name. I have to double check on my side, but they're adding on, they're making their team better, which is the point I'm trying to make. And every team has the access to do it, so it's just a matter of doing that. As he has some blocks up front, cutting around, and he's getting close to the 40 using that that arching blocker there. He's seeing number 61. He was chugging along, and he was pretty up there. He has that 80 speed, so he could definitely move up the field. He got the run block finesse hitting on that one. And that's the difference between run block finesse and run block power. Power is more heads up, face to face against the defensive lineman you're going up against. finesses where they use more of their legs to reach that potential defensive player. So just keep that in mind. And then of course the run blocking or pass blocking, that's just to set up to where they can hold them as long as they can. As they're going 3rd and 1 here, and it looks like it's going to be another Wildcat set, and they're just going to go straight up, shedding off one man and getting to the 44-yard line is McKenzie. Shy of 3 yards a carry, actually a little bit more than 3 yards a carry after that play. And that's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. Sometimes you got to do the dirty work. As they move back to the pistol, Dallas has one of the more interesting teams in my personal opinion, as we're going to see another carry there from McKenzie. He's going to pick up about 4. 7 for 23 currently for the young halfback. I like his drip too. He got the shooter sleeves with the armbands at the calves. I mean, at the calves, the whatever the upper part of the bicep. There you go. The bicep. I'm getting confused with the legs there. Middle of the field, ain't going to be caught. And that's going to be big homie. Reginald Frome getting into the mix, his 6th catch of the game. And I'm pretty sure he's up there in regards to like his season high within the game. So he's doing pretty good in this one. He already has a touchdown, and the Dallas offense is steadily moving here, as they're going to see a handoff. Look at McKenzie go, get into the 40, so he's going to pick up another 3. Not a lot of big carries so far, but he's moving along as best as he can. Big homies doing their thing. Dallas says they want to make the playoffs this year, and they're on a good start to make that happen. Going to be a fake of the handoff, but it's going to be a sack. And there goes Najee Wyatt getting into the backfield. Unfortunate there on the rollout. Got to make sure that you hold those blocks. That's 3rd and 16 coming up. And that's a big body right there. As soon as he made that cut to go the opposite way, he was already in his face. 3rd down, they got to get past the 33-yard line, and they're going to hand it off. And that's not going to be enough for the first, as it looks like they're going to be setting up for a punt. Going to be 4th and 13 coming up. Got to make adjustments to the game plan in these type of situations where you're putting your best foot forward in all of these different types of modes, especially 3rd and long. You never want to see run plays in these situations. So that's just something you got to learn as you're building up your playbook. But that is going into the back of the end zone. Tacoma has another chance with 4:20 on the board. And that's why I always recommend watch every game, especially if you're an owner, not just to check the competition, but I'm always dropping specific things that can help your team. It's only going to help you out as you listen to more games. Going to have offsides penalty, so they're going to try to carry, and they're going to pick up 5 regardless, so I'm sure they're just going to go ahead and decline it. That was Baron Went there on the penalty, his first official one of the USFA. So not so much congratulations, but you're getting there. You're getting there. It's all good. It looks like they're going with the Wildcat here. Now they're going to do their own thing, and he's going to pick up about 3. Was that TJ Blackman on the tackle? Couldn't quite tell the number. That's definitely TJ Blackman, currently with 3 sacks on the season. And it looks like Tacoma's going right back to the Wildcat. They said they could pick it up. And it looks like they're going to switch it up. They're going to send a man in motion. They're going to try to carry. Got some blocks up front. He's going to get smacked at the end of the play by TJ Blackman, a.k.a. the Boogeyman. But a little bit too late there. That's going to set up 1st and 10. They're at the 37. Yeah, watch that hit again. Ugh. He hit him like he stole his wallet or something like that. Like he was running naked on the Super Bowl. Who knows? 1st and 10 though. Going to be a pass here. Bridges left side and caught. Turn it up. Pushing forward for the first. not going to get it, but it's going to be a nice play to Rocco McLovin, who hasn't had that many catches within the last couple weeks or so. It's been mostly been going to Joe Beasley, but he definitely got his first one there. Good job. And he is not on the field at the current moment out that I see, as the former Voyager almost got called for offsides again. And it's going to be a handoff to Brewer, and it's going to be a 1st and 10 setup again. Moving inside Dallas territory, and that is where the 2-minute warning will be hit. So let's go ahead and get into it. Tacoma trying to get some points here. Low scoring affair. Both defenses been playing fairly well, in my personal opinion, not allowing too many big plays. And they've been making sure that the run after the catch hasn't been too crazy up to this point. But Sean Bridges is looking to change that here. Gonna fake the handoff. Gonna look left side, and that's almost picked off. There is a flag, but I think it is on Raven Kenobi for the pass interference. So not that many yards on the actual penalty. It is a spot foul, so just give a 1st down to Tacoma. First and 10 again. Thank you for being a friend. Shotgun set. Lamar Davis back there. They're going to send him out. Going to take off and throw it, and it's going to be deflected. Great defense there from the linebacker, reaching his paws out there, making sure it didn't get to where it needed to be. And that was almost a sack too. He almost ran right into the big homie, what was his name, Manuel's son, but not to be. 2nd and 10 coming. Pistol formation. Baron Went almost got called for another one, looking for a man, looking midfield, and caught and tackled immediately by Rocky Ivan down to the 29. It's going to be 3rd and 3 coming up. The clock continues to roll, and I do see that Tacoma is getting big homie Fowler involved in this ball game as best as they can. They want to get him a W against his former team, and that's going to back up Tacoma though. Both the left guard and the center moved. That's going to move them to the 34-yard line. So from here, it will be around a 51-yard field goal. But I'm sure they're looking for a lot more than 3. They want to take the lead going into the half. So they'll need to get past the 22-yard line to make that a possibility. Looking right side and no one's home. That's just going to be a throwaway. Give your kicker a chance. And I definitely see the vision there. Just make sure you don't beat yourself in this one. As we're going to see Firestarter Prodigy come onto the field. He's going to try to kick it from the right hash, I believe. Am I right? I am right. Look at me remembering stuff from like 10 seconds ago. That's kind of what I do here. And it's going to be a long kick. Kick is up. And it's going to doink it off the right side. And that is going to be a 0-point affair here from Tacoma. And now Dallas has a little bit more than a minute to score. I'll go ahead and clip that one, but it's going to be no good. I believe that is Firestarter Prodigy's first missed kick. I could be wrong about that, but don't remember too many kicks that didn't go through there for Firestarter Prodigy. As we see the pass again, looking for a man left side, gonna be caught by Riggs, and he's gonna get tackled at midfield. He kind of mossed that player. It felt pretty nice, but it's gonna be 2nd and 2 coming up. Goofy Goober there. And honestly, that is a mismatch, so I don't mind DJ Church going over the top in that situation. 2nd and 2 coming. Short drop back, looking for a man. Millfield and going to be caught by McKenzie down to the 45-yard line. We should see some timeouts coming soon here for Dallas. They need about, I want to say, around 15 yards for some good field position. They also have a bot kicker, so nothing is guaranteed with the bot kicker, nor is it guaranteed for a user kicker, but I'd say you have a better chance with the user, that you actually have the ability to upgrade each week. Gonna look for a man again. Gonna pass this one midfield and caught, and that's gonna help him out for sure. Nice catch there from Rocky Butterfingers. And that's going to put him closer to field goal range. One more timeout left. 2 catches, 53 yards so far for him. Going to pass it again, looking left side and caught. There goes Frome. Give him some field goal range. Taking him inside the 25. And I'm sure they're just going to let this one walk a little bit. It's called a timeout. Take the 3. Keep it moving. And it is going to be 11 seconds here. As it's going to be 7-3. Will it be 10-3? It looks like they do have their field goal team smart on them. Kick is going to be up from the left hash, and that is going to be good. So they forced the miss, and they got the field goal on the other end. Honestly, can't do any better than that outside of getting the touchdown. But can't be mad at it. It's going to be 10-3. And Dallas, for all intents and purposes, should go into the half with the lead. And we're going to send this one away. It will be returned here. Taking it past the 20. Trying to use those blocks, but gets sent backwards there by Matisse. So, and there goes Evan Hunt with the penalty. So that's going to back him up even further. And I'm sure they'll go ahead and take this into the half after a kneel down. First and 10 coming up here, and it looks like it will be a kneel down. So kind of a defensive battle to start out week 5. I'm not mad at it. Dallas is going to take it, and it looks like they're going to send this one away to Tacoma. So the Eruption will have a chance to tie this ball game up. The game is still up for grabs as we see this return, taking this one past the 22 to 25 yard line, and it's going to be first and 10 coming up. Let's get it turned up. Make sure you show some love to the league. A lot of things are going down around us. I'm just gonna say that. I can't put into words all the craziness, all the potential. And we're only gonna get bigger and better from here. Just know that. As we're gonna see first and 10, shotgun set, gonna go right side and gonna be almost picked off. Wheezy Porter wasn't playing games with it, but it also counts as a penalty. So that's going to be no good there for Dallas. Send it to the 39 yard line here. And it's going to be first and 10. Going to pass it again, looking for a man. Protection's breaking down, but the pass on the mark there to James Peach. And that's going to make it first and 10 coming up inside Dallas territory. James Peach, he's a lightning in the bottle type of player too, so you got to watch out for number 5. First and 10 coming up. They're going to send a man in motion. Wild Eruption again. They're going to go with the reverse, and he's going to break off one tackle and reach for the first himself, and he is going to pick it up. Davin Brewer almost at 100 yards rushing so far in the ball game. We're only in the third quarter. Seen right there, Wheezy Porter couldn't get his hands on him, but Carson Cutbirth coming from the cornerback spot, able to knock him down. As it looks like they're setting up for another Wildcat set. Why not? They're going to go straight up the middle with it, and he's going to run through. two defenders and take another first down play. 2 yards away from 100 yards rushing. Doc Boone from Charlotte better watch out, because he says he's coming for that top spot. They've both been dueling all season long. And the run game becoming a little bit of an issue to stop here for Dallas, as it's going to be a pass here looking for a man. He's going to take off and throw it away. Nothing doing. Second and 10 coming up. Gonna hand this one off, and there goes Davis, who's gonna push through. 3rd and 5 coming up. TJ Blackman with yet another tackle. Dallas looking for another stop here in this red zone. They could definitely do it here. 3rd and 5. We'll see if they send TJ Blackman on the rush. See if they can get after that quarterback. Gonna send it here. Looking right side is gonna be caught, and he's gonna pick up the first. Weezy Porter there in coverage, just a little bit out of reach, just enough for Tacoma to take advantage. A gain of 7 on that play, and it's 1st and 10. They left the flat wide open there. No one covering them. Gonna look to send 4. They don't get home. It's going to be caught, and they're going backwards. And that's going to be a gain of 1 on the play there to Fowler. His 4th catch of the game. Make that the 5th. I thought he had 4. I thought he had 3. 2nd and goal coming up here. Currently, the count is 288 followers on Twitch, so got to make sure we hit that before the end of the season for sure. Get your people up in here in these games and follow, as that pass is going to be a dot there to James Peach, and we're an extra point away from having a tie ball game, folks. Great pass. That was definitely a Sean Bridges level pass right there. You can't be mad at it. Chester Owens kind of out of reach there, but there is no defense for the perfect pass here. He's going to be fire starter prodigy, and he's going to knock it through. An 8-play, 73-yard drive that lasted almost 4 minutes. And we're back to a new ball game, folks. Less than 8 minutes left in the 3rd, and Dallas is coming right back onto the field. Dallas says they want to make the playoffs. Tacoma says they have the ability to do the same. So definitely a big matchup here. They will play again a little bit later. But I guess this might be a good time where I can actually go over some of the changes for the website. I've been making some adjustments, making sure everything's all good to go, you know what I'm saying, and we'll talk about it as we see Jerry Riggs go in motion. We're gonna fake the handoff, and they're gonna go read option to pick up a few there by DJ Church. Now let's start with the schedule. So I set it up to where it's going to be away versus home, as opposed to what you've currently, since you've been seeing it, like it's been the home team on the left side and the away team on the right. That's not how it's supposed to go. No matter how Caboose thinks is weird, that's just how it is, and it's got to be switched. And it helps me as well. That way I don't put the wrong teams out for the setup. It's going to take me a little bit to get used to it, because I'm so used to seeing the home versus away on the site, but trust me, once I get used to it, that's how it's supposed to be, and we're going to make that happen for you. So good job on that. Good job on me figuring out how to do that, because it was really annoying. I thought it was just a website thing that we couldn't switch, as we're going to see Mr. McKenzie get another carry on 3rd and long. And once again, just not a good play set here on these 3rd and medium, 3rd and long situations. Now, this is definitely a passing situation, so you got to get your playbook adjusted in order to make that happen. And Dallas is a team that has an active owner that does have the game, so at this point, it's no excuses. Got to make the adjustments, and that'll definitely help your chances in these particular ball games, especially the close ones like we see here. As Tacoma, they're going to come forward and see if they could take this lead. They have some good field position. Now, in regards to the scores, it's pretty much the same thing like it's showing away versus home. Not too much different there. In regards to the standings, we'll talk about that after this play. A short gain there from Brewer, and he will crack 100 yards. Congratulations. So there's going to be the playoff format. I posted that so all the people that aren't familiar with our league, they can see who makes the playoffs and what happens and all the good stuff. And then also added the playoff designators, as we see a handoff, and he's going to run straight into his own O-lineman, and he falls flat. Going to be 3rd and 2 coming up. I also did some adjustments for the actual stats in the standings. So I wanted to see if I could put like the next game in there, but since the schedule doesn't reflect the exact day when I actually do it, it's going to put the days wrong. So I wanted to make sure that everything was good, as that's another completion there from Bridges that moves them inside Dallas territory. But outside that, it just shows like the win-loss. It shows the the points forced, points allowed, and then the differential. Then it shows their current win streak, and then it shows the home and away. So just a little bit different there, but a lot more feasible, that you can kind of see like how the points forced and the points away gets to where they need to be, as that passes off the mark there by Bridges. Now, in regards to the leaders, it's essentially the same as before. The only thing you can really do is adjust how many players you see in those specific spots, along with some of the check marks. I was wishing there was more for this one, because there's so many other pertinent stats like total tackles that they need to put on, but it is what it is, as that is going to be a hit there by Rocky Ivan. That's going to make it 3rd and 10, but outside that, not too much to change here, so not too much to see. In regards to the player stats, now that's the main change there, if we're being honest with each other. And we'll talk about that after this play. See if they can pick up the first. They got to get past the 37 to make it happen. A deep drop back, and it's going to be deflected. I couldn't quite tell. I don't know if that was a drop or not, but it's going to be 4th and 10 regardless. But we'll start with the passing stats. I could definitely show or go over the adjustments there. The career stats, that is what it is. As we see the punt, that's going into the end zone for the touchback. But we're going through the quarterback stats. Like, it shows like the passer rating after the games, amount of games played. I put the completions and the attempts next to each other, then the completion percentage, then the yards, the touchdown passes, the INTs, the longest pass, the amount of sacks the quarterback's taken, which one is this, the average yards per pass, and then also the passing yards per game. So that's the setup there for the passing. Rushing wise, kind of similar from what was there before. You got the attempts after the games played, you got the amount of yards, obviously the touchdowns, the average, and then you also have the yards average per rush, and then you also have the rushing yards per game, as that pass is going to be incomplete there by Church. Unfortunate. Going to be 3rd and 8. Then the longest carry, and then if they fumbled, that's all that she wrote on that one. See if I could go to the receiving side of things. The receiving is kind of similar to the rushing. as we set up 3rd and 8 coming up. Gonna quick pitch it right side in, caught. And there goes Sir Lancelot with his catch. 3 minutes left in the 3rd. Coming up here for Dallas. And that's what we need to see more on 3rd down and medium, 3rd and long situations. Rather see that play than the run, even though I know Dominic McKenzie is capable of doing it, but just not smart football, just overall. As that's a good block there. DJ Church taking off to run. He's looking to pass it, but he's going to take off to run, and he's going to avoid the hit there. Great job there from him. Going to make it a gain of 9. Now receiving, on the receiving side of things, you got the games played, of course. You got the how many catches or receptions. You got the yards, touchdowns. You got how many average yards per reception. Then you got the receiving yards per game as we see the handoff for the 1st down. You got the longest reception and then the fumbles. And I said this before in the chat, but fumbles on the website, they designate as fumbles along with drops. So if you have a lot of them, that means you're messing up. You need to upgrade your catching and carrying stats. That's pretty much what that means. Defense had a big overhaul, and I'll explain that in a little bit as we see the handoff again. A big hole from McKenzie, who's going to pick up the 1st down as he's closing in on 50 yards rushing on the game. Going to be 1st and 10 coming up. Let's see if I can find a defensive player. Might as well pull up Preston because, you know, he's the GOAT. Just kidding. He's not the GOAT yet. 1st and 10 though. Gonna be a fake of the handoff. The pass protection is breaking down, but the pass is still on the mark to the big homie, Sir Lancelot. And the offense is starting to click here in the later portion of the 3rd. Great job staying under pressure. Staying focused under pressure. And that's gonna move him inside the 30-yard line, as we potentially should have one more play here. We'll see if Dallas hikes the ball. They are going to hand this one off, and the blocking is solid, and that'll get him inside the 25-yard line. Let's go again and get into it, folks. Throw your 4s up in the chat, as it's going to make it 2nd and 5 coming up after the carry. And they're going to hand it off again. Got a big hole, a juke move. And he's going to roll across the 1st down mark over a defender. That's going to make it 1st and 10. Patrick McGowan there, not fooled by the fake. Going into the defense, though. This is where the most overhaul has been. You got the tackles, then the assisted tackles. Then you got the tackle for loss. I moved the sacks over, and we removed the sack yards because obviously we don't track those. Looking left side and caught. And he's going backwards and staying on his feet, and then fumbles the football, and it's picked up by Najee Wyatt. He tried to fight for it, but they're going to review it just to see. And it looks like it is overturned. So you got saved there, but you did lose 2. And they're going to go towards the Wildcat. Let's see if they can get something cooking. They're going to send the man in motion. They're going to try to run, and it's going to be almost breaking free. But that linebacker, Alpha Wolf, doing a great job there. Going to make it 3rd and 11. But after the sacks and removing the sack yardage, it goes to pass deflections, then INTs, then forced fumbles, fumble recovery yards, then touchdowns, safeties, and then block kicks, which are already rare in itself. I put the most rare things at the end as we see a 1st down play, and Rocky Butterfingers is back at it again, down to the 4. The Dallas offense starting to click. Good job there. But that's the defensive stats set there. And there's a couple other things here. We're going to go over to the special teams here as Dominic McKenzie's going to fight for 1 yard there. I'm going to do the kicking first. The punting honestly hasn't changed, so I'm not going to say too much of it. It's just going to say punts, punt yards, punt average, longest punt, all that stuff. So not too much to worry there. Let me see if I could do the kicking real fast. They're going to fake the handoff, and it looks like a similar situation from earlier as King Maximus is going to get sack number 2. and that's going to make it 3rd and goal, the 3rd sack of the day here for Tacoma. So the field goal wise though, they got the field goals and then field goal attempts. I moved that because it was showing attempts and field goals made. So that's not how it's supposed to go. So got that set up there. They're going to try to roll out again, and he's going to throw it short. There goes Quentin Robin, who's going to get as much as he can, and he's going to take it to the 3. Not enough for me to say go for it. I say see if you could get that field goal, let your defense rumble, see what you could do. But in regards to the kicking, you know, got the field goals made, then the field goals attempt, you got the percentage, you got the longest field goal. Then it goes to the PATs as we see the field goal, and that's going to bump that percentage up for sure. 13-10 here for Dallas. Great job on the drive. Just couldn't punch it in. That sack kind of messed them up. But yeah, it goes from the field goal stuff to the PATs. And then, of course, I did the same thing there. It's going to be attempts then made. Actually, I take that back. I think I need to switch that. I got flip that one. I think I put it backwards. Yeah, so I got flip that on this side. I'm gonna do that here after the games and stuff like that. And then at that point you get the field goal blocks. So that's all the kicking stuff. The punting stuff, like I said before, essentially the same as you already know it. Punts yards, punts average, and then punt blocked. Not too much to change there. Kick return, I'll see if I can find a kick returner. I know the one that sticks off in my mind is Keith Simmons, since he does both kick and punt returns. As we're going to go ahead and see that kneel down, and Tacoma can take the lead with a touchdown. Let me go ahead and flip to the returning career right there. So we're starting with the punt, and honestly I should do kick return and then punt return, but essentially the same setup there. Is going to be punt return yards, or punt returns, then punt return yards, then the touchdowns, the average. As we see the man on the run and finds a man. That's Jax Jackson Jr. It's going to be 1st and 10, 12 for 20 there for Big Homie Bridges. And all like I always say, give me some of my birthdays, 12/20, December 20th. Don't forget it. But yeah, right now it's currently punts and then the kick return stuff. I mean, punt return, then kick return stuff. And we're going to go ahead and launch this midfield, and he's going free. There goes Joe Smoking Joe Beasley taking the top off, and they're taking the lead late in the 4th. And that is a mismatch every way for Sunday. Never want to put Dude Lebowski on Big Homie Beasley. And that's going to put Tacoma in the lead here. Kick is going to be up. Kick is going to be good. And that's definitely going to help the yardage there for Joe Beasley. See if he can get back into the mix for tight end of the year. And actually, I'm kind of curious, see where he is after this. Let me see the receiving stats. Thank you. See how many yards he currently has right now, or at least going into this game, right? Joe Beasley. So slip that down real quick. Joe Beasley has 177 yards going into this game, so he's definitely over 200, which is definitely good. Still need a little bit more flavor to get into the next level, but we'll see what the other tight ends do, like Vic and Juice from New York. You got Dusty Rooks doing his thing. And then, of course, Darren Guadiana from New Jersey. Anchorage is playing later on this week. So there's still a lot of tight ends that he has to go through. Don't forget Big Homie Ty White, too, from Pittsburgh. This tight end of the year award is going to be fun to watch. But yeah, in regards to the stats I was mentioning earlier, you got the defensive ones, like the fumble recovery yards. But actually, I should take that off there, just put the touchdowns and stuff. But we'll talk about that another time, as that pass is going to be caught, going to turn up, and he's going to pick up like 4 on the catch. They're going to say 5. Got ourselves a good game, though. Got a game tonight. You gotta love the fight. Pistol formation here for Dallas. And they're going to hand this one off again. And Dominic McKenzie is going to get tackled by King Maximus after a gain of 2. 3rd and 3 coming up. Honestly, if Dallas doesn't pick up the first, they could punt it, see if they could get the stop, get their offense back onto the field. I wouldn't personally go for it here, give Tacoma another chance to score. It's going to be 3rd down, and they're going to try to carry again. This time the blocking's a lot better, and that's going to pick up the first down play. 3.25 yards of carries, I'd say. And it's going to make it 1st and 10 coming. Going to send a man in motion. They're going to go read option, and it's going to get blown up immediately as they did not block King Maximus again. That's going to be an easy tackle for loss there. Probably the easiest one he'll have in his career. He just waited, see what would happen, and King Maximus was just right there to pick the bones as they're going to go back to the pistol set. Dallas coming strong. They're trying to get some more yardage. They're going to fake the handoff. The blocking on the rollout's a lot better, but it's not going to matter as that's going to be another loss as Quentin Robin almost got punched where the sun does not shine. And it's going to be 3rd and 18 coming up now. Another pistol formation set as they got to move the ball down the field here. As time is starting to tick now. They're going to pass it here, looking for a man. Protection's breaking down, going left side, and missed his man. He had him open, and just a little bit off the mark. 4th and 18 now. They could punt it. Honestly, I recommend punting it because that just put Tacoma 34 yards away from potential scoring again. So, gotta do what's best for the whole situation. Can't get antsy. And 18 yards is not easy to pick up, especially in the USFA. Is this going to be returned here? Going to shed off one man and get stuck right at the end. Once again, a big hit there by TJ Blackman. Trying to force that football out, not to be. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. Can Dallas get the clutchness going on defense? Or will Tacoma find a way to put some more points on offense? You never know. Tacoma flipping the play a little bit, spreading it out. Bridges says he want to take it on alone. Gonna go deep in the middle of the field and caught again by Joe Beasley. And the middle of the field was wide open again. 1st down coming up here. Right over the top of Dude Lebowski, right in between the safeties. Honestly, can't ask for a better play than that. And now Tacoma's looking to go run as they go with that big homemade wild eruption offense, trying to get a man offsides, not to be. Tried it again. They're going to send a man in motion, and there goes the play. Going to go with the reverse. Got blocks up front, cuts around, a juke move, and gets stuck again by TJ Blackman. And he's just lighting up the big hits all game long. But that is a really good carry there, regardless, as Davin Brewer is going to pick up 9.5. 2nd and inches coming up here. And it looks like he's going to keep himself in the backfield. He says he wants to close the deal by himself. Sending Lamar Davis in motion. Going to be a handoff, easy 1st down. And it's going to be 1st and 10. Timeouts called here from Dallas. They still have 1 timeout and a 2-minute warning. So definitely a great time to make sure that happens. See if they could get 3 stops. And the backstar gets the wall here for Dallas. And a field goal from here still isn't easy, so they could potentially hold them to 0 again. Looking left side and caught, and that is not going to be good. And they're going to give it to the former Dragon to potentially close this one out. And it actually pays dividends. And he's pointing out and saying, y'all shouldn't have let me go. That could have been me doing those plays for you. But hey, It is what it is. 6 catches, 56 yards there for Fowler. And his return back to Dallas, as Tacoma still has a 2-minute warning to work through, but Dallas can't stop the clock anymore. And it looks like it isn't going to matter. They tried to give him a touchdown here today, as Carson Cutbirth has been having some issues slowing down Fowler. Now it's going to be 1 yard line here. So 1 more yard potentially could put this game away as we hit the 2-minute warning. It looks like they're going with the kneel down here is Tacoma. I'm expecting a run play on the 2nd down, so maybe they could put it in there. Potentially, you never know. Unless Tacoma doesn't want to get that extra points, you know, point differential is a thing. And they do have their offense on the field, so they're going to see if they could punch it in, give it to Brewer. He had himself a great day. Might as well let him close it out if possible. He's going to push forward, and TJ Blackman is like, nah, I've been hitting you all day. You're not scoring on me, because great effort there from TJ Blackman all game long. And I was telling Dallas in the chat, they got something special here, but it's just putting it all together. I think with some playbook adjustments, I think this game would be a little bit different. My personal take on it, as it's behind 40 seconds when it comes to the game clock. And honestly, Tacoma could just let this one rumble all the way down. They could take the field goal, make it a 7-point game if they really want to push the issue. But it looks like it's going to be a W regardless, and they have their offense on the field. Will they hike it? Do they have the guts? I don't think they got the guts. We're going to close the game out with this one. Is going to be 17-13 in favor of the Dragons. We'll go ahead and get to the stats in a little bit, but make sure that you stop by for the game later on today, or should I say tonight. Arizona and New York will be the next game on the playlist here. Should be a fun ride as always. So gonna be on that YouTube live stream. Gonna be a fun ride there. That's the first of 3 doubleheaders so far this week. So make sure you watch out. We got games coming each and every day coming from here on out. So shout out to everybody in the chat. We're gonna go through these stats real quick. Dallas, they fall short at home, and it's going to be 17-13 with Tacoma getting the victory. And that should put Tacoma in that spot for the potential playoffs. You never know. But we got to see what Anchorage does too, because they could potentially have a 2-3 record. You never know. But that 3rd seed is going to be crazy. Looking a little bit further though, let's talk about these stats here. Sean Bridges didn't have to pass it a lot. So did DJ Church. Not a lot of passing so far in this game. But he's going to end with the 126 on the passer rating. 16 for 24, 237, 2 TDs, no interceptions. DJ Church on the other side, 19 for 24, 193 yards, 1 TD. Longest pass of the day goes to that pass to big homie Joe Beasley. So that's going to be a nice setup there. And DJ Church's longest pass, I don't quite remember. So I'll see it in the stats as you see on the screen. Dominic McKenzie, 20 carries there, 65 yards. Davin Brewer, 17 carries, 119 yards, averaging 7 a carry, just ridiculous. Sean Bridges, 4 for 5. Lamar Davis, 3 for 12. DJ Church, 2 for 12. And it looks like Brewer had 2 broken tackles to McKenzie's 1. And it looks like Davin Brewer leaving the way with the longest carry of 34 yards. I believe that was in the first quarter as well. So great job from him. Receiving wise, we'll start with Dallas. Reginald Frome, 7 catches, 72 yards and a TD. Rocky Butterfingers, 4 for 65. Dominic McKenzie, 3 for 16. 2 for 4 there for Quentin Robin. Sir Lancelot, 2 for 28. Jerry Riggs, 1 for 8, doing his thing. And let me go back there because I have to go over the drops. And there was only 1 by Lancelot. I believe that was in the first quarter too. And it was Rocky Butterfingers. Yeah, I was either thinking Butterfingers or Frome, who had that longest catch. But looks like he had one for 39 yards. Great job there. On the receiving side here for Tacoma, Isaiah Fowler, he said he wanted to go up against his former team. I think he did pretty good. 7 for 70 there for him. Joe Beasley, 2 catches, 89 yards and a touchdown. James Peach, 2 for 25 and a touchdown. Jax Jackson Jr., so JJJ, making it happen, 2 for 25. Davin Brewer, 1 for 12. Rocco McLovin, 1 for 9. Lamar Davis, 1 for 7. And it looks like drop pass wise, it was only by Joe Beasley, and the longest catch went to Joe Beasley. So great job there, nonetheless, for the big homies in Tacoma, getting their second win of the season. Tackle wise, we'll start with Tacoma. That's going to be Tyle Wire England leading the way with 11. Great job there from the veteran. King Maximus was 6th, the second year man doing his thing, and he has yet another 3 sack game. So that's going to get him up there in that sack list, I'm trying to tell you. Goofy Goober there with 5. Kaiser Washington there with 4. Jacob Copeland with 3. Alpha Wolf with 3. John Carter with 3. Patrick McGowan with 2. Daniel Stover there with 2. Najee Wyatt gets 2. Perrin Ibarra gets 2. Rocky McLovin gets a tackle. Carlton Rhodes gets a tackle, along with Devin Hunt and Extra Magic. Tackles for loss, Wolf, Stover, and England each get 1. Sack-wise, King Maximus leads the way with 3 sacks. Najee Wyatt with 1. No INTs on the game today. Jacob Copeland there with 1 pass deflection. No forced fumbles or anything like that. That's all the defensive stats, you know what I'm saying? On the other side, here comes Dallas. Wheezy Porter leading the way with 8 tackles. TJ Blackman there with 7. Great job from him. Rocky Ivan there with 6. Jackson Storm with 5. Dude Lebowski with 5. Chester Owens with 4. Joey Phillips with 3. Raven Kenobi with 3. Manuel Sun with 3. Carson Cutbirth in the second game picks up 2. John Fowler gets 2. Autumn McKenzie in her first game is going to pick up 2 tackles. Congratulations. And Baron Went with his first game, he's going to pick up 1. Costa Willard there doing his thing. That's a bot player, but we don't care about that. No tackles for loss here. No sacks. No INTs. Pass deflections, there was only 2 of them. 1 by Kenobi, 1 by Lebowski. And no forced fumbles or anything like that for the rest of the defensive stats. Kicking wise, 2 bot kickers, and they both did fairly well, if I do say so myself. Victor Crime leading the game with 7 points. Firestarter Prodigy leaving the game with 5. So Victor Crime won that battle. And it looks like Victor Crime potentially won the punting battle too, averaging over 50 today. And it looks like Firestarter Prodigy is going to pick up a 46 burger there on the average. Kick return wise, Jerry Riggs 3 for 80. Lamar Davis 1 for 23. So Jerry Riggs won that battle. James Peach, the only player with the punt return today, 2 for 23. And we're going to go into the scoring summary here. With the first quarter, Firestarter Prodigy gets the field goal, 18 yards. Then Dallas scores the touchdown with Reginald Frome reception there from Church. Victor Crime then gets the field goal to make it 10-3 right at the end of the second quarter. Then James Peach comes through with the touchdown from Bridges to essentially give them the lead. It essentially tied the game. And then to close the game, Victor Crime got a field goal to take the lead, but I'm about to say Seattle. It's going to be Tacoma. They came through with the biggest play of the game with Joe Beasley running free for 57 yards for the touchdown. So we'll go ahead and wrap this one up here. Got 2 more games coming tomorrow and 2 more games coming on Sunday, but we got 1 more tonight. That's what's most important. It's all about tonight. Arizona at New York should be a fun matchup. Both these teams putting in that work, and I can't wait to see what happens in this one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back on YouTube for this, and we'll go ahead and talk to you later. I'll see you soon.